Hey, welcome back to Master Guitar Fret. My name is Ulrich. In this lesson, we're going to play a slow solo over a minor progression with the following chords and the following scales. Okay, so the chords for the progression are B minor 7, we bar the 7th fret, and with the ring finger, we hit the A string on the 9th fret. For the E minor 7, we will remain on the 7th fret, and we press down with the middle finger on the B string 8th fret and on the D string on the 9th fret. Then we go to what's called a Hendrix chord. That's a shape that Jimi Hendrix used a lot, especially in E, but we're playing it as an F sharp. And the chord is actually called F sharp 7 sharp 9. Okay, but you can call it an F sharp Hendrix chord. The fingering is index finger on the 8th fret D string, middle finger 9th fret A string, ring finger 9th fret G string, and the pinky goes on the 10th fret B string. And we go back to B minor 7. So the progression goes sort of like this. Next, the scales that we're going to use predominantly is the minor pentatonic scale. Okay, of course we are in B. So we use the B minor pentatonic. Okay, we also use a bit of a dorian mode, and a dorian mode here would be the dorian mode, so we're going to use a little bit of that. And then we're going to throw in some other notes to kind of make it sound nice and melodic. Okay? Alright, so I do have a backing track, the same backing track I'm playing the solo over. It's in my description. There's a link to it. You can download it and you can practice that solo progression over the backing track. Okay, so before we're going to go and break down the solo, I just like to mention a couple of things. So the licks that we're going to learn, these are licks that I'm playing, and you know, I probably heard them before. I might put my own twist on it, and feel free to alter any lick that I'm teaching you today. Make it your own, switch it out, and bring it back in other solos. We often use the same licks again and again, maybe in a different arrangements. Okay. Now, also soloing. If you listen to a progression and you can sing a melody to it, then that melody can also be a solo. If you know what I'm saying. Okay. So anything you can sing is actually the solo. You let your guitar sing. Lick number 1. As we play the B minor. Okay, so with the ring finger, we slide from 5th E to the 7th E. The index finger goes to 5th fret A string. Then we hammer on A on the 7th fret, and then we slide to 9 on A. Okay, from here now we go with the index finger to the 7th fret D string. Then we hammer on the 9th D. Hammer on, pull off. Back to the A 9th fret. Then back to the 7th fret D. And then 9th fret D, hammer on, and nice vibrato. The second lick that we're playing over the E minor 7, it goes like this. It's a short one, so it's 2 bends on the G string on the 9th fret. Then we release, we pull off to the G7, 7th fret G, and back to A 9th fret, back to G 7th fret, and a vibrato. So the third lick is played over this F sharp Hendrix chord, and it goes like this. Hit the 10th fret with the pinky, E string, pull off to the 9th, pull off to the 7th, and then do the same thing on the B string. You have to practice that a little bit. And then comes a bend on the D9. Release and pull off to the 7th G. Then to the 9th fret D. And then we go to the 8th fret D. That's a nice note. That gets us ready to go into the next chord. The fourth lick is back on the B minor 7, but the last note ends up back on the F sharp, because the progression. So we're playing actually that lick over that little change. We'd call it a little turnaround. This is actually a little Dorian run. Okay, and on that note we go back to that F sharp. So how do we play that? Middle finger on the 7th fret, a hammer on the 9th, on the A string. Then we go to the D string on the 6th fret, hammer on to the 7th, and then immediately hammer on the 9th. Then we go to the G string, do the same. Again, from the 6th, hammer on to the 7th, and then hammer on to the 9th. And then the last two notes that we play is the 10th B to the 11th P. So one bar is now finished. We go to the next bar. We're back on B minor 7. Okay, and the lick goes like that. Okay, so what happens here? Index finger rests on both the B and the E string on the 7th fret, okay? And we do a little rake. So you kind of just mute with your palm, and you get sort of that muted rake. And then immediately a bend, and I'm using my ring finger because that's my strongest. And you notice I'm also using these two fingers to help me with the bend. So my hand has more power pushing up. So we bend up on the 10th fret B string. And then immediately bend the 9th G string. So release, pull off to the 7th G, and then back to D 9th fret, and a nice vibrato. Nice vibrato here. Two nice vibratos in that lick. So that was lick 5. Okay, lick 6. In the second bar of the song, we're moving again into the E minor 7. And the lick goes like this. So what are we doing here? Like we did in the lick 5, lick 6 starts like this with the index finger on 7, B and E. And we hit the B first. Take those two notes, and then with the ring finger we slide from 9 to 12. Then with the index finger we hit 10 E back to 12 B. So do a little bit of vibrato on that B12. And then we're going to play E minor triad. Okay, that's an E minor. That's an E minor triad. It's on the 15th fret, E, middle finger, 16, G string, and 17 B string for the ring finger. And you just go from the top down. Okay, I recap this one here. Lick number 7, as the progression goes from E minor 7 to the F sharp Hendrix, we go okay, so what are we doing here? That's a simple one. It's called a double stop because we're hitting two notes at the same time. So we go to the 6th E with the index and the 7th B with the middle. And then we just move up 1 fret. Slide back where we were. Then we bar with our middle finger both B and E, and repeat that. So lick 8 again goes over. Comes out of this. And then it goes back into the 3rd bar, and we would start again. And I'm going to show you also how you can end it, okay? So it depends. So with your ring finger, you bend 9th fret G string. We bar the B and E string in the 7th fret, okay? And then we bend. Sounds very Familiar? Sounds very Chuck Berry? Yes, so that's kind of like a Chuck Berry type lick. Then we go into, if we want to play it one more time, we repeat from lick number 7, but only do that. Okay, so that's how that part is played. Back into the song. Now if you want to end it, you can go, and then we play a B9. In a previous lesson I already taught folks how to do a B7 in one of my blues lessons for beginners. Okay, a B9 is basically like a B7, okay, but the pinky is lifted and the ring finger bars the 3 bottom strings. Index finger, 1st fret, D string, middle finger, 2nd fret, A string, and then the ring finger bars. And you just let it ring out. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please subscribe and leave me a comment, and I will see you soon.